All right, y'all. So you see what it is. We got another classic A body for you. 1970 Oldsmobile Cutlass. You guys see it's a convertible. Let's go ahead and get into it. You see it's finished in this beautiful blue. Paint is a little bit better than driver's quality in my opinion. You can see some of the swirls from, you know, car washes and that, but nothing too crazy. Let's go ahead and move around this fender. Fender looks good. I don't see any cracks, anything that needs to be pointed out. All the trim is intact for the wheel well and also going down the vehicle. Coming to the passenger door, again, it looks pretty solid. It actually appears to be properly aligned. I don't see any crazy gaps on it. It's not perfect, obviously, but nothing that I would be too concerned with. Coming to the rear of the car, we got a little bit of a scratch right here. Looks like somebody probably caught something on it. That's about 2 feet away, so I'll give you an idea what that looks like. Oh, and you guys see we kept the Cooper Cobras on it, new at all 4 corners of the wheel with the paint match the middle. You'll see the top up later. Top is in excellent condition. Trunk looks pretty good. Again, looks to be original paint. Could be wrong, but definitely looks solid. Nothing to point out on the trunk. Rear bumper looks good. Chrome is nice and bright. No rust, no pitting that I can see there. So pretty solid. As we come down this passenger side, again, looks pretty solid. No waves, no dents. Forgot to do this side. You guys can see those rear quarters look pretty solid. I'm gonna keep moving up. Another little scratch here, same as the other side. And then as we come to the driver door, again, gaps look pretty solid. Looks decently aligned. Got a little bit of a crack right here in the paint, you can see. Windshield's in great condition. I don't see any cracks. No rock chips. Oh, we got one little rock chip here. Either it's been filled in or it's actually from the inside of the car, because there's nothing here that I can feel. I'll check it once we go on the inside. Front fender looks good. And then as we look at the hood, looks good. This is a really good gap. No catching on the corner. And same on this side. Looks pretty even all the way down. You guys see the rest of that hood. Looks pretty solid. Front of the car, bumper's good. No rust, no dents. And LED bulbs in there. So I know that's going to look nice and clean with the clear lenses. Let me go ahead and pop this. Alright, you got power brakes, power steering, looks like an upgraded alternator, vintage air. Of course, you got that classic 350. Looks pretty clean under here. Nothing to really point out. Pretty solid. I'll go ahead and grab the keys and we'll check out the trunk. Trunk's nice and clean. Got a spare tire, the original OG tire. Again, we put new ones on, same thing. It's got a parade boot in it. I took it off because I knew I was going to put the top up just because of the weather change. But trunk is pretty clean. You see that you got a amp that goes to the inside speakers, but they're not working, so not sure about that. But it looks pretty solid underneath, inside the trunk underneath. Let's get to the interior. Interior is beautiful. Seats, not gonna say they're flawless, obviously, because they're original, but they look beautiful though. No rips, no tears. The OG ivory color. You see the back lights work with the doors open. Pretty solid. Pretty sure this car probably has been repainted because I'm seeing that it's pretty bare in the door jambs. No clear. So it looks like they painted it but didn't clear it. Passenger door panel looks solid. Color is good. No warping. Still got your wood vinyl there. Carpet actually looks solid. Pretty sure the carpet's been replaced at some point in time. It still got that black sheen to it. Hasn't been faded. Passenger seat, beautiful. No stains, no rips. Center console looks solid. And then our dash has no cracks and no warping. So very, very solid interior. Let's get to the driver's side. Driver side, again, seats look great. No cracks, no warping. Same on our driver's seat. No type of stains or anything. Dash looks good. So does the seat. And then there's your driver's panel. One thing I will say, this door is a little bit stiffer than the other one. So, not sure if it's just tight in there or it needs to be lubed up. But, again, it's a little bit stiffer. But, not a big issue. I'm going to go ahead and start this and put the top up. Alright, y'all, we're going to get started on the test drive. Let me go fire this up. One thing I am going to point out first, you can see that this is an aftermarket steering column. And the reason, like I said, I really don't know what this is neither. I'm going to see if it's for the, yeah, it's the hazard lights. But you can tell there's no, it's super smooth. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sure it was probably popular back in the day. But it's super smooth. It's almost like it doesn't have the steering lock on it. It just goes smooth. So either way, I think it's kind of dope, but I do want to point that out. Horn does work. Felt like it got stuck there a little bit, but horn does work. Obviously the signals work because the hazards were on. That's probably what they did. They added this in to have the tilt function, which does work. Wipers good. I know the top works. You guys will see that later. Lights are on. You can see it in the dash. And they're LED because they are completely filling up the entire wall when the brights are on. Vintage air. Oops, my bad. Blue light, AC blows. Let's see. The oil pressure gauge is floating all over the place. There, it looks like it's just now settling at 60, but I know it was floating. We'll see if the temp comes up. I don't believe this the tack works because when I was driving it before, I didn't see that come up. It's on, but and I don't think this radio works, or it might be the speakers. It's turned all the way up. I don't have anything. It lights up, so it could be the speakers themselves, but either way, everything else is manual, so let's go ahead. Actually, I ain't checked this clock. I don't think that clock works because I don't see the second hand working, but it is close to the time. It actually is. Odometer reads 15,750, and the gas hand, you guys can see, this is what I be talking about when it floats. It's floating all over the place. We put the 40 in there, but I can still see it moving. Motor sounds good. Of course, it's a 350 car. If you guys been watching any of the previous videos, you know we were down in like the 20s and 30s this week. But I got the top back down. We're closer to 65, 70 today. So probably one of our last few days we get to enjoy the weather with the top down. Speedometer is not working. Still at 0. Brakes feel good, little on the firmer side, but stopping good. Motor sounds good. I don't hear any exhaust leaks, any ticking. First shift was smooth. Let's see, hands off the wheel, she's tracking straight. That's about how much play is in the wheel as expected. No play up and down. Yeah, brakes feel good. Hands off on the brakes. She's not pulling either way. Not hearing any rattling in the doors from the glass or anything else, and I'm not hearing any belt squeal either. Definitely getting up to speed, probably doing about 45, 50 here. No problems there. Cutlasses for some reason just seem super reliable. I mean, I know, again, I love Chevelles. I don't know, it's just just seemed like such a big difference from the Chevy 350 to the Oldsmobiles, them 350 Rockets. just seems like you don't do anything to them and they're still bulletproof. So either way, this one's riding good. Suspension is solid, not shaking all over the road. I'm gonna get her back, and I already did the rack video, so I'm gonna put her on the spot and go around her. So we got the Cutlass up on the rack. Again, rear front bumper looks solid. No dents, no rust, looks pretty clean. Starting from the front, disc brakes up in the front like most of these Cutlasses. Everything else up here is stock. I don't see any change in the control arms, spring, shocks, tie rod, center link. Everything looks stock. I don't see anything that's been changed. I'm doing a little bit backwards. I haven't done a test drive yet. Once I drop this, I will. But it's been sitting here since last night. No signs of leak from the oil or trans pan. Looks pretty dry. Coming down the driver's side first. Frame is nice and straight. Doesn't appear to be any undercoating to hide anything. So, of course, you got a little bit of surface rust. But that's just because there's no coating there. No soft spots. No patchwork that I can see right there. Passenger side. Frame is nice and straight again, and then the same thing with the floors. No soft spots, no holes, no patchwork, so pretty solid. At some point in time, the mufflers were replaced. They look older, so no time recently, I would assume. Stock control arms, stock rear end, drums in the rear. I believe this gas tank has been replaced at some point in time. Actually, I'm sure it has, so that's a good sign. No signs of leaks there. Frame extensions all look good, as well as the trunk pans. Super solid. Rear bumper looks good. No dents, no rust. This would be a super solid car to just drop the mufflers, drop the tank, drop the rear end, and just coat everything. Looks super clean under there. Driver rear quarter looks solid, no cracks or anything. As we keep moving, you guys can see the frame is straight and the chrome cladding looks good. Don't see any bubbling or any runs in the paint. Sure, it's original paint either way, but still. Let me get around here. Man, every time I do this, I gotta make sure I don't run into them damn ramps. All right, front fender, again, looks solid, as well as the wheel wells. Oh, I forgot, tires are new at all four corners. You guys know we do the Cooper Cobras. Super solid underneath, chrome trim. Again, everything looks solid all the way through, and rear quarter looks good. I messed around and put this top up without recording it, so now you guys get to see it going down and coming back up, so you can see the outside. That's what I get for doing the video backwards. But you see it works with good speed, nice and even. And again, this is my third time within like 15 seconds, so. And she came right down to where you lock at, which is pretty cool because that's not normal. Well, on that side anyway. There we go. Well, I was able to do it with one hand, so that's a plus. Again, top is in beautiful condition. No rips, no tears. Color matches the interior, basically that ivory off-white. Glass looks good as well. Did I turn these lights on? Yep, so you guys can see the LEDs. So if you're interested in this 70, give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museums on the website and Instagram. As always, appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe below.